just had a rough.
Time's up. What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? Welcome to the latest edition of Terrible Town Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, and let's make sure you guys are hearing me. Yes, you are. Happy to get into another episode, man. You know this one is the more rapid show. Try to get it as fast as possible. We don't want to spend a lot of time, man. Of course, we love talking about the Steelers, but at the same time, guys, I have a life, I have a wife, so y'all know how that goes. But anyway, let's do a quick roll call, man, before we jump into some of these affairs. Really quick, let's look and see who's already here. Shout outs to Tyrese Man HD, Ali Howard, Billy Smith, JJ Walker, Tyrone Smith. Jesse Williams says, "What's up? I'm at work, man, but wanted to come through and give a shout out though and talk to you on Sunday." I appreciate that, Jesse, man. Round of applause to Jesse Williams. Do your thing, man. Go out there and work. Get that dough. All right. Boulevard Ware, Champagne Poppy, Nays is in the building. And that's about all we're going to do right now in terms of the roll call. Austin, Ben Murphy, Moore, AGWS. As I said, we were going to go ahead and end with the roll call. But what's up, everybody? And also Antoine Oliver, Steeler Nation. Kenyon is in the building as always. And Ben Murphy. Shout outs to Ben Murphy. He says, "Hello, Steeler fans from Ireland." We got to give a round of applause to that. All right. Let's dive into some news really quick before we go into the All-22. We'll give a quick recount of the game. We'll look ahead to the Chargers, and then we'll talk to you guys a little bit and see what you guys want to do. Of course, if you want to come on to the show, if you want to call in, y'all know the routine. Hit me on Skype, the exact same name on Skype, SimFBallCritic. Shoot me a contact request. I'll bring you on. If you're already a contact, just send me a chat in there and say, "Hey, I want to come on." We'll give you a quick call, 2 to 3 minute limit. All right, everybody cool with that? So let's talk some news, man. Injury update. Vance McDonald, I got notes now, guys, because I don't want to miss too much. Vance McDonald has a hip. Tomlin says he doesn't know how serious it is. He finished the game. For the most part, he came back into the game after being injured. So, like Tomlin always says, we'll let his practice participation be our guide. We'll see what's up with that. And Xavier Grimble, he's in a concussion protocol. And we're going to talk about Grimble a little bit later because I'm a little upset about what Grimble had to say about that non-touchdown. We're going to talk about it because, of course, I'm going to show that play right here coming up a little bit later. And then Bud Dupree has a pectoral injury, guys. And let me tell you something, man. This is not good news. You know, we'll see what happens with Bud Dupree, but we know that we are super duper thin on the outside as far as outside linebacker. Any injuries at that area, it's going to be trouble. We already saw a scare in TJ Watt having to leave the game, came back in, and of course he's not on the injury report right now, so hopefully we're okay there. But guys, if there's anybody that goes down on the outside linebacker, whether you like Bud Dupree or not, we don't have a lot of help behind Bud, TJ, and then Anthony Chickillo being the third wheel. I'm a little worried. And I know people are saying, well, what about, you know, Adani, excuse me, let me pronounce that right. What about Ola Adani? What about Keon Adams? What about Farrington Hoonigan, I believe his name is. At the end of the day, guys, these guys have not played in stadium yet, so I'm not excited about any of those guys having to play, even though I would love to be able to get one of these guys to be another rotational piece, but it doesn't excite me that one of these guys may have to play for real, and they haven't played all season. I mean, we're in week 13. So, there you have it. On a brighter note, Stephon Tuitt and Gilbert is expected to get some work this week. Again, practice participation would be the guide to let us know how far they're going to go in the week and if they will play. I think we definitely need Stephon Tuitt to get back on that field because that's going to help shore up a little more of the run game. And I'm going to show you a play, the big run play by Lindsey, you know, Philip Lindsey, that wasn't as bad as I thought after looking at the film. You know, we'll take a look at that. In other news, was there anything else, guys, I had to say? Oh, Tomlin pointed out in his press conference the Chargers average 7.06 yards on first down. Wow. That's quite disturbing. These guys are averaging 7 yards on 1st and 10. It's not good. That is not good. We definitely got to stop that, but we'll talk a little bit about that when I go into the look ahead. All right, so let's get right into it, man. Let's get into the All-22. What's up, Debbie? I see Debbie's in here. Brent Fox in the building. And who else? Did we miss anybody else? The T-Gray 1 in the building. And for you guys that are new, man, that might not know how this works, we go through the All-22 and all of that. I'll give my quick thoughts on a small recap on the last game, and then I also will talk about the upcoming game, and then I'll read from the chat unless I get phone call requests. And we try to read from the newest, you know, chat on up because it's hard to keep track of, you know, so if I'm not answering you guys, I apologize for that. It's because I'm not seeing it at the moment because the computer is right over here. The camera is right there. Let's get into the All-22. Got quite a few plays to show you guys. We're really just going to look at some of the miscues. And I tried to write down some of the plays to try to find them, but I still know I'm going to be picking and hunting around the All-22. You guys will see me do that live here. So bear with me. Y'all know how it goes. Let's pull it up. First play we're going to look at, as you can see, I've already been reviewing the film. The first play we're going to look at was 2nd and 8 from the Pittsburgh 47. This is a defensive play. This was a pass down the right side to Harriman. And we're going to take a look at how that happened. So let me find it. It was here in the first quarter. Give me a moment. Here it is. Guys, I'm going to show this to you in regular speed, and we'll back her up. It was funny, man, because on the broadcast, you heard somebody go, touchdown! That was hilarious. But look at what happens here. We're going to do it in a little slow motion here. And I don't know if the other angle that it shows, I don't know if that gives us a better vantage point or not. So we'll focus on this angle. And then if it does give us a better vantage point, you know, from the goal line view, then, you know, we'll look at it twice. But look at what happens here. I want you to pay attention. We're going to throw this thing in slow motion. What I noticed right away, the Steelers are playing man coverage, okay? This is either straight man or some type of match coverage, which looks like it turns into more of a cover one. You get one deep safety in the middle. But the reason why I feel like it's more just straight up man, or again, it might be match, but it feels like straight up man because look at the outside corner here. He's immediately going to take the number 1 inside. So that lets you know, for you guys that are not really that, well versed in football principles, it's not a zone coverage, even if you couldn't recognize it, because there's zone coverage rules that happens here depending on the zone that you run. But for the most part, you have to always honor the number 1, the number 2, the number 3 receiver, et cetera, on each side, depending on where they're lined up. And a lot of zone principles, your outside corner is going to pay attention to what the number 1 does. If the number 1 goes inside, he's going to look for the vertical route. So whichever route is vertical, in most cases with simple coverage, he's going to jump that route. Okay, and if there's nothing on his side, he may just work and cheat inside to help out. But to see the fact that he immediately follows this, this is only about that's 3 yards or so. And he immediately goes after him. It's clear to see right now, straight up man coverage, right? So let me show you your matchups. Down here, you have Joe Hayden, Cam Sensabaugh, and I believe that's probably Mike Hilton. It's probably Mike Hilton up there. Just trying to look at the alignment. That's either Hilton or Sean Davis. Bostic is on the field. Yeah, and see, this is base coverage. Base defense. Okay, you have 2 inside linebackers, right? You got your 2 safeties and your 2 corners, so there's no Hilton. All right, so we're going to play man with the safety here, 1 deep safety, which is Edmonds, and we're leaving him deep again. And you got Joe Hayden right here. You got TJ Watt that's going to have to leak out and play this guy, which in this particular situation, he is the 1, 2, 3. He's the number 3, okay? Because you count from outside in, 1, 2, 3. So they got kind of a condensed set over here. And it is 3 receivers, and then you got, 2 over this side. So anyway, let's let it play out again. And Case Keenum is going to recognize the simple matchup. Look at what happens here. John Bostic gets kind of caught up in the trash a little bit, but he just is unable to get over there fast enough. This is a matchup nightmare. Tight end runs right down here, and bam. That's a quick 29-yard gain. Once again, look at what happens here. This is not Ryan Shazier, people. He kind of, and I will say to his defense, there's a little bit of trash right here that he has to get through. But at the same time, if you're playing man, you got to be screaming to get over here, because the Steelers have been doing a horrible job against the wheel route, regardless of a wheel type of route, whether it's coming from like a flare out here from the tight end or a running back. We've been doing a pretty bad job. Remember the Carolina game. So you got to kind of recognize this. You're playing man, so it's an easy read, and you got to be screaming to get over there. But he's too slow. He's just not going to make that play, and there you have it. So that's 1 miscue, okay? Now let's take a look at something else here. Let me see if the other angle, the other angle doesn't really show us anything. All right, and there was something else I wanted to look for here in this particular quarter, guys. Give me just a second, because I didn't document it, man, but I'm going to see if I can find it. Well, let me know what you guys think about that particular play there. Where's the play I'm looking for? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's another play here in the first quarter I wanted to look at. And I don't see it. So actually, let's go second quarter. And there's a couple things that we're going to look at in this second quarter. A couple miscues. Let me see. Where's the play I'm looking for, guys? Where is it? I don't see it. Give me a sec. I wish there was a better way to filter this out, man. And it's not, unfortunately. So anyway, there's one play I know for sure I want to look for. It's in the second quarter, 3rd and 1 from the Denver 24. So let's, oh, here it is. I think this is it right here. Yeah. Yeah, your boy, Xavier Grimble. Let's take a look at this. Beautiful play call. Beautiful play call. Look at the beauty of this design. And look at your boy. Look at your boy. Okay, now let me explain to you guys why I'm going to get on him just a bit, and then we're going to take a better look at this play. We'll put it in slow motion. Did y'all hear what this dude said? Verbatim, he says, I could have cut back and scored, but I wanted to run right through him. Did you hear what I said? He said, I could have cut back and scored, but I wanted to run right through him. Let's take a closer look. Slow motion. Look at this beautiful play action. You got everybody flowing over here looking Grimble, faking the block, releases. And, I mean, this guy here, at the end of the day, again, players make mistakes. You need to kind of recognize this. Now, again, players make mistakes. They all do. It's not just the Steelers players that make mistakes. All players make mistakes. And, again, an extremely aware guy will feel this and be like, where's he going? Where's he going? I might need to run with him. He pays him no mind. Think about it. What would Grimble really be doing right here? This guy needs to recognize that and jump it. He doesn't. Leaks out. And I mean, this is so wide open. That's butt naked open right there. Right? Now let's take a look at it from the other angle. And let me show you just exactly what Grimble should have been able to do. Look at it again. Beautiful play action. Got everybody flowing, crashing hard to this side. Great play action. Look at how Ben tucks the ball. Boom. I mean, you can't get no more open than that in the NFL. That is college open. All right? Watch your boy. Watch your boy. Check out your boy. Watch your boy. Check out your boy. Watch him. Watch him now. Bam. You got it. You have it. Put that left foot in the ground right there. Cut back. Look at how hard the safety is pursuing you. Quick step back. Hit the spin button. Hit the back juke for you Madden guys. Whatever. This is a touchdown. Because there's no way this dude can stop his momentum faster than you because you're in control. You're the ball carrier. You're making this guy make a decision. No, but what did he say? I wanted to run right through him. I wanted to run right through him. I wanted to run him over. All right? Okay, I'll give you that much. Say you did want to do that. For you guys who played football, particularly you guys who carried the football, which I have had the pleasure to do that. I played running back, I played linebacker, and I played strong safety. Okay? Rule number 1. Put the ball on the outside or in the outside hand. Put the ball on the left side. The ball should always be closest to the sideline in anticipation of somebody trying to strip it, somebody trying to tackle the ball. That is rule number 1 in open field for anybody carrying a football. Put the ball on the outside. Look at your boy. I mean, you gonna meet this dude and try to run him over with the ball in the right hand? Get Grimble out of here. Get this dude out of here. I'm so ticked off with this dude, man. It don't make no sense. All right, so 1st and 5 at the Denver 30. Let's find that. 1st and 5 at the Denver 30. And there's some plays, guys, I'm not going to show just because I can't remember all of the miscues, but we're gonna show the main ones. All right, 1st and 5. From the Denver 30. Denver has the ball. This is that big run play by Lindsey. Now let's give Edmonds some credit for having a few wheels on him, all right? Not as bad as it looks, guys. I'm going to let this play in regular speed, and we're going to back it up. I'm going to show you what happened. Boom. You see that? Y'all might have missed that. First and foremost, let's give some criticism to Sean Davis. As much as we've been talking about he's been a much better tackler. Let's look at this in slow-mo once again. Look at Davis. Dog, you have to scrape. You got to scrape, man. You got to get into your, go into a bit of a strafe and scrape over to the left. And you got to make the decision quick, but you need to try to meet him where he's going to be. Again, because this is a ball carrier. This dude is in control. So it's just like the play I just showed you where Grimble could have cut back. Lindsey might have been able to cut away from him, but still, you have to anticipate where he's going. This was not the best angle by Sean Davis. He stayed upright and in that position too long, and then it's too late. Great move by Lindsey. But what he needed to be doing is scraping over and try to anticipate this area and perhaps make him cut back this way. If he's going to beat you, make him cut back inside where you got pursuit coming, right? But look at what actually happens here. Look at this. Watch Vince Williams. This is basically, for you guys that don't know, the Steelers play a lot of gap integrity. They do a lot of gap play. We've been hearing this from the Dick LeBeau days. And, and Keith Butler has given these guys a little more freedom. But a lot of times you play your gap, okay? That's gap integrity, gap control, gap assignment, run fits, whatever you want to call it. So look at your boy here. John Bostic is going to shoot the gap. He's going to be there for the most part, even though he gets tied up. Vince Williams is going to meet Philip Lindsay in the hole. He going to meet him. Vince is quick enough and anticipates good enough to have beat this guy. Because by the time, if you blocking him and by the time Vince's head is across his chest, you beat. Excuse me. Now, he knew he was beat. Look what he does. He's going to grab, look, and whipped Vince. Missed call, folks. No flag. Look at this. He pulled Vince Williams back. Dog, this is stopped for maybe 3 yards, 2-3 yards, if anything. But you give Lindsey a little bit, boom. He might get 2, 3, maybe 4 right there. But he ain't getting 32. Blown assignment. But I had to, blown call. I had to show it because it's still a miscue. But there you go. See? Wasn't as bad as I thought, but we still gave up some big runs late in the game. So let's not pat ourselves on the back just yet. All right, I'm going to find another play here. Where is it, man? Took me forever to find it earlier today, and I didn't write it down. But I want to find that play. Hopefully I can find it. And I think it was on a first down. I got to find it. I want you guys to see it, man. Might have been the first quarter. Let's look near the end of the first quarter. Might have been in the first. Let me see. No, it wasn't in the first quarter because it was on the other. It was on this end of the field. All right, let's try to find it. I'm looking for that play. The Antonio Brown pass to Jalen Samuels. Wide open. It was a walk-in touchdown, man. And Antonio missed him. AB missed him, man. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, guys. I can't find it. Hold on. Give me a second. Bear with me, man. I know y'all don't mind. While I'm looking for it, I'm going to let these other plays play out while I'm looking for it. How about that? So y'all can look at a couple more things here. Where is that play? It's driving me mad. It's driving me crazy. They got to have a better way to find these plays, man, with this all-22. My goodness. Got to be a better way to find them. I don't know, guys. I'm not going to be able to find it. But y'all know the play I was talking about. It was wide open. It was wide open. I'm having the toughest time finding that play, man. It had to be Had to be around here somewhere. Oh, wait, I'm tripping. It was in the first quarter. Let me see. Yeah, because it was when we was going this way. Hold on, we might find it, folks. Give me a second. But if I don't see it in the near future, in the very, very near future, we're just gonna forget about it. I don't see it. But it was on this side of the field. Oh, here it is. I found it. See, patience is a virtue, guys. All right, take a look. Bruh. Wide open. Look at this. Now, listen, I'm going to give Randy Feetner some credit, man. He pulled out some plays that should have worked. This one, and, you know, whoever called the fake field goal, which they said that Tomlin made the call. But you got this play here, and you got the play action fake to Grimble. So as much as I get on Feetner, he called some good plays in this game. Look at this, man. If AB is just able to put this thing, I don't know what. I mean, listen, they said Antonio played a little quarterback back in the day, but it's like he's clearly throwing it to the sideline. Like, look at where Jalen has to track it. If he just floats it and puts some air on it anywhere in this area, that's probably a touchdown. At the very worst, I mean, this guy might get to him here. I don't know. But come on, AB. But anyway, let's keep it moving. There was a 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh 10 here in the second quarter. So let's find that one. 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh 10. Okay, here we go. Now, bro, let me start it off by saying this as well before y'all even show y'all the play. Our secondary played like trash. Straight up trash for some decent amount of plays. And when I went back through and watched this game, our secondary is in the dumps once again, guys. Now, Joe Hayden is just, listen, Hayden is, he's getting old. You know, he's not as fast as he used to be. And, you know, we got to give credit to Emmanuel Sanders, but there was so many times that he just beat him off of the line. You know what I mean? It wasn't even, Hayden sometimes was up close and he didn't get a press off or anything. He just ran right around him, straight go route. It was bad. But anyway, take a look at this. I want y'all to see this in slow-mo first. I don't necessarily know what kind of coverage this was. I don't know. It looks like it's, again, some type of man coverage. Only because of the way. Well, no, I think this is probably a zone blitz because we blitzed Bostic here, right? But look at what's going to happen. First of all, look at SimFBall. I don't know what he's doing. Now, you got Edmonds here that is honoring the flats because one of these guys is supposed to play that flat area. And I think the way this coverage panned out, because we got him safety in the box, this looks like some type of inverted coverage. And he's going to come down and play the flat. Great. What is Cody SimFBall doing? What is he doing? Let's watch him. Where you going? Who are you playing? These are your people right in here. What are you doing? Okay, so if that wasn't bad enough, let's look up top. Look who else is wide open. Watch Emmanuel Sanders right up here, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Miscommunication. These two guys play the same person. Sanders wide open. Case Keenum gets him the ball. That's a touchdown. Oh, it gets worse. Keep watching. Touchdown. If Case Keenum is looking at Sanders, that is a clear touchdown. Just hard, guys. Trust me. I'm not going to be able to show it all to you here, but guys, terrible. All right, so let's find a couple more plays, man, and then we'll be done. Let me see. Which one is this? This might be the play. No, this ain't the one I was looking for. But it's definitely... Yeah, here it is. James Washington. Poor James Washington. Look at this in regular speed. Miscues, guys. Wide open. Butt naked. He's butt naked. Let's look at this once again in slow-mo. He does not have to dive for this ball. Run through the catch. What are you diving for? The ball is on the money. Run through it. And if you're going to dive, young man, you have to make the catch. But look at this again. Great move. Juju had already beat him, by the way, and I didn't show that play. But remember, earlier in the game, Juju got the same move off and Ben overthrew him. Same route. There's no need for you to dive for this. Run through the catch. And I like James Washington, but bruh, what are you doing? Look, man, all he got to do is keep running. Ticks me off, guys. All right, let's look at a couple more plays. And where we at time-wise? We probably way over. Yeah, it's already 32 minutes, but it's all good. We're just going to try to be a little fast. But it's kind of tough when you're looking at the all-22 footage. All right, wait a minute. There's another. There's another. Let me find it. Can't remember. Was this in the third? No, we got to back it up a little bit, a little further here. I think it was right here. Another quick miscue. Ben Roethlisberger. Clearly overthrows AB. But let me show you something else. Keep an eye on my man right here, which I believe is Ryan Switzer. Watch this. Ben, now when I show you this from the other angle, you're going to see Ben is eyeballing AB. It's going to suck these guys up. Look, this guy is already looking in this direction. Watch. Boom. Right before he releases the ball, look at this. Switzer's wide open. Look where Switzer ends up. Wide open. You're looking at Antonio Brown. Trust and believe what I'm about to tell you here. I understand sometimes you definitely want to go to AB. Okay? He's probably going to win his matchup. I get it. But look at how open Ryan Switzer is right here. Now let me show you the reason why we can be mad about Ben staring down AB. Watch this. Watch Ben's eyes the whole time. Watch the direction and where his head is pointing. Look at this. He ain't looked at nobody else. He hasn't looked at anybody else. Watch this. This is a veteran quarterback, folks. He ain't looking at nobody but Antonio Brown. Nobody who can catch it like me. Nobody. He got his Keith Sweat on. He ain't looking at nobody but Antonio Brown. Look. Never took his eyes off of AB. And where is he throwing it? Even, I mean, look at this. Right before the ball is thrown, look. AB it's just a tight squeeze, brother. And your boy catches up. Overthrows it, air mails it, and boom. He's about to throw AB into a bad situation either way. Once again, go back and look. Look at Switzer. Switzer out there butt naked open. It pains me, guys. It pains me. All right, where's the other miscue? Let me see. Was it? No, I think they scored off of this one. If I'm not mistaken. They go down the field. They get the touchdown. Yeah. Oh. That brings me to this one. Watch your boy. Watch Joe Hayden. Y'all watch it? Bruh. Now listen. Joe Hayden plays a better corner than I ever have in my life. But what I'm saying is when you this close, you cannot give a free release to the outside. He never got a hand on him. Come on, Joe. This is easy pitch and catch. Burnt. What's the saying? If you even, I'm leaving. Not even fair, man. This is not even fair. From the word go, he's done. He's toast. Now, if you were playing this up here, it's a different story. You got room to get in your back pedal, decide which way you're going to open up. Look, Cody does a pretty good job here. He's in great position. But when you in somebody's face, you better be the man at that line. Because if you not, you're going to get roasted like he did. Oh, boy. All right, let's keep her moving, guys. Let's keep her moving along because there's more. All right, let's finally get into the fourth quarter, man. Then we can get out of here. Let me see. There's more. There's more. Where is it? 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 Oh, wait. No. Not yet. Let's go back to the third because it happened in the third quarter. My bad. I thought it was in the fourth. Let me find it. No, that's not it. Oh, let's give Juju some love real quick. See what y'all guys talking about in the chat. Oh, somebody trolling the chat? Y'all get him, man. I'll let y'all get him. Look at Juju. Look at Juju. The man out there. I love that kid, man. I swear I love that kid. But let's not forget what happened here. Oh, here we go. Watch Pouncey. Pouncey got punished. Big punisher. Look. Yo, Pouncey got dealt with. Oh, my word. Look at this. Boy, Pouncey got mollywopped. And Ben had the arm strength leaning back on his back foot, tosses it up to the boy. And that boy, I mean, Ben threw that thing 30 yards, 32, 33 yards in the air. And look at Juju. Has this good sense to cut it back. Grimble, he cuts it back. And look at AB. Look at AB. Go ahead, AB. Bam. But let's go back to this angle because I was looking at the chat and didn't really get a good chance to see this. Look at AB right here. Smart. These two guys working together. Crosses him up. Look, Juju looks at AB. Bam. Cuts right off of that. Great block by AB. Got to give him credit. Round of applause. Listen, man, they said Juju wasn't a burner, right? But the boy got football speed. Look at this again at regular speed. Juju is fast in motion. He pulling away from these boys. Take a little bit of that just for good keeping. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right? So at that moment, I'm thinking, yo, the Steelers, we might control this thing. We might take this thing. But wait a minute. There's another miscue, guys. We're going to find it. There was the Ben interception, and then where's that fumble? Where is that fumble? Here it is. Then we'll get out of here. I ain't got nothing else to show after that. I mean, Ben's interception, maybe we'll show that, and then we out of here. Look at this, man. You got to love James Conner, but bruh, how? How do you fumble that? I don't understand it. I mean, he didn't even hit the ball. Look at this. I love James Conner, man. James Conner is much better in open field than a lot of people gave him credit for. Sets his blocks up very nicely. Beautiful stuff there. Quick enough to get past this guy. Cuts it back to the outside. He has the ball in the right spot. And look at this. Tries to make another move. Who's that? AB? No, that's Juju. Juju didn't want to get called for blocking in the back. Smart, let his hands up, and the guy just happens to hit. How did that ball come out on the opposite side, James Conner? And I know Juju probably feel a little bad too, because look, if Juju is able to hold that block, Conner might score. But you can't really put that on Juju. The defender made a great play, and Juju was smart enough to let him go. You know, he didn't want to get called for blocking in the back. It's a weird situation, man. He tried to hurdle him and gets hit and the ball pops out. Miscue. And the very last miscue, you know it, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Why, Ben? Why, oh, why, oh, why? Let's look at it, guys. I'm looking at it with y'all. Bruh, that was going to be picked regardless. Look at the coverage. Look at the coverage. It's picked. That's it. Wherever you're throwing it is picked off. Look at this. But he's looking at his man. Nobody else but AB. And that was kind of a wild, you know, transition there. That is not going to be a good thing. And Roby have done a great job with, you know, it looks like AB might be open for a second, but then he kind of gets in the middle of that and takes it away. But, Ben, you got to see that, man. It's 3rd and 2. You know what I'm saying? 3rd and 2 from where we at, like the 3 or 2-yard line or whatever we on. Come on, man. Live for another down. Or hold that thing a little longer and see maybe if AB can get. I don't know, man. But anyway, I'm done with that. Enough of the all-22. And there you have it. Pittsburgh Steelers lose the game. And we all know the rest. But I hope you guys enjoyed that segment of the all-22. I'll get into you guys' chats here in a moment. I'll talk a little bit about, you know, the last game. And let's see, time check, guys. We're at 42 minutes, so let me speed through this. All in all, man, how I feel about it, the Steelers shot themselves in the foot. And I'm going to take a sip of water here really quick, but that's really what happened. I don't feel like the Broncos beat them. And that's not biased talk. I mean, a lot of miscues happened. The block punt, you know, Grimble and his crazy self fumbling the ball. James Conner fumbling the ball when we were driving. The interceptions by Ben Roethlisberger, especially the first one, which helped turn the tide of the game. Too many miscues. The Ben had over 400 yards passing. I mean, we were moving the ball like nobody's business. Didn't commit to the run enough, but we moved the ball like nobody's business. I don't think the Broncos were going to stop us. I think we definitely would have outscored them. And score ended up 24-17. It's just that simple. You know, we took points off of the board. So even if you don't consider all of the other miscues, that was a for sure touchdown with Grimble. And at very worst, the score could have been tied. And then, you know, who knows what happens from there. But we know very well possible that the Steelers, more than likely, if they don't turn the ball over as many times as they did, the way that game was playing out, we would have been the ones to win that game and would have outscored the Denver Broncos. It is what it is. They didn't. They lost. Simple as that. Now, y'all said the trolls are here in full effect. All right, well, let's get some of them out of here, especially this I am Gibbles guy. You're gone. Type of language and stuff. You still gaze. Like, get up. Goodbye. Goodbye, bro. We're going to let you go. All right, and y'all let me know who else is in here trolling, because we don't need all of that. I mean, it's all fun and games, but, you know, come on. Nobody's coming here to see all that stupid stuff like that. Pitt equals trash. All right, so you're going to be gone as well. See you later. You know, let me get you out of here, because this ain't the podcast for that. You know, no, we're not there for that. So, peace out. But anyway, let's get into the upcoming game against the Chargers. Man, this is going to be a difficult game. You guys remember, I was the first one to say, I don't know if we win this game. This was one of the games I expected this could be a loss, possibly. You know, I said the Chargers, Patriots, And the Saints would be the games that would worry me the most. I was expecting the Steelers to win the other games, and I was saying, you know, maybe a 10-5-1, which would probably get them definitely in the playoffs, probably gets them in the division. We'll see what still happens. I mean, again, the way our team is up and down, they'll mess around and have a field day with the Chargers. That's how weird the Steelers are. But this game scares me. They have defense. They have offense. We can't be playing no games. Steelers have to come with their A game. I think we can, you know, duel with anybody offensively. I will say I do not trust the defense. I just don't. Our secondary isn't that good. We're going to have to blitz, I think, in this game. We cannot sit in zone and allow Phillip Rivers to have his way if we're not getting pressure up front. If we're down a man like Bud Dupree, we're definitely going to have to find a way to blitz, because I don't think the other guys outside of TJ Watt will get any type of pressure. It's definitely going to be one of those games. And if he has a pectoral injury, even if he's a go, he's not going to be 100%. This game scares me, man. I mean, again, this is one of the games that I thought the Steelers could possibly see a loss anyway. And now looking at this situation, I know Melvin Gordon is week to week, they're saying, with an MCL sprain, I think. So I wouldn't expect him to play in this game, but we'll see. But they got defense, man. You got, what's the kid, Ingram? They got Ingram. They got Bosa. Man, they got my boy. What's my boy's name? I can't even call his name now. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. The big safety from Florida State. Derwin James. Casey Hayward. I mean, they got guys out there. They got defense. We're going to have to be on that A. But even with that, I think the Steelers' offense is potent enough to score with them. But what can our defense do? And offensively, we're going to have to focus on the run game. Let's not get pass heavy. I don't want Roethlisberger passing the ball 50-plus times. We can't continue to do that with decent pass rushing teams. We got pretty lucky against Denver. Played a pretty solid game, but even then, it still came back to bite us a couple times. We can't be playing them games with Bosa and Ingram. Not no 50-plus times. No way. Got to establish the run. Got to have a good tempo on offense. Got to definitely mix some things up like we were trying to do in the Broncos game. Throw a little wrinkle play in there from time to time. No shuffle pass, please. And then on defense, man, I think we definitely got to focus on stopping the run. Because the run game was what gashed us against the Broncos. You know, I don't think Case Keenum killed us, even though, you know, again, Joe Hayden got torched a few times. Cody Sensabaugh was out of place a few times. I still think we could have played good enough to keep a lid on things. So outside of that, I think we would have been okay in that game, but Phillip Rivers and that offense is a different story. We better be prepared. We're at home. It's prime time. Anything less than our A game, we're going to be looking at 7-4-1. Okay? I'm saying that right now. We cannot be sloppy. We cannot turn the ball over against this football team. And we have to increase our turnover differential. Our defense is not creating opportunities. Nah, we're one of the worst in the league at that. We got to find ways to get that football, man, when we get a chance. And I heard Tomlin said that, you know, he's telling his team to focus on that. Try to get the ball as much as you can. You know, be sure tacklers. But whenever you feel like you can get the ball out or pick the ball off, do it. So that's it. I think we can win, but I'm very nervous about this game because the Chargers, I think, are the real deal. And the Steelers haven't necessarily played a real deal football team. Remember, repeatedly, I've been saying all year, well, since the last few weeks, Saints, Patriots, Chargers are the real test in terms of what type of football team our team can actually be. This could be a bad loss, could be a close win. We'll see. Now let's go to the comments, see what you guys got, and then we're going to be out of here. Kenya says the Chargers offense won't change that much. They will just be they'll just be without Gordon. Yeah. They pretty much still going to be able to do their thing with their receivers, man. You know, Keenan Allen is a guy you definitely got to worry about. Trinity on Mob says your CBs need to step up for Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Absolutely need to. Bolivar says against San Diego. Nope, it's Los Angeles now, remember. We need to run the ball, clock control, keep the defense on the field as much as possible. That's the only way we're going to win that game. Clifton Millender says we need to run more. Yep, agree. Boulevard corrected himself. Yeah, he said Los Angeles. Yeah, I always say San Diego too. Kenya says no Mariano. I think the miscues he keeps having is affecting Connor. Let me see. What did Mariano say? Mariano said you think with the lack of the run plays, it's affecting Connor, messing with his confidence. No, I don't think so. I think Connor has shown us that he can bounce back. You know, he was looking pretty good in this game. You know, we didn't run the ball that much. But again, he made some good plays on that screenplay. He looked like the same old James Conner we've seen all year. Just got to tuck the ball away, man. You can't lose the ball. I don't think his confidence is affected. No, I definitely don't. But I think, you know, turnovers and such is not giving him as much opportunities. Devin Cruz says, Chiefs winning the AFC. I hope your Steelers, Pats, or Chargers beat them. Okay, we all hope the same. Ben Murphy says, seeing as we're always looking for more athletic pass coverage linebackers, what do people think of maybe promoting LJ Ford to our base defense to prevent Bostic or Williams being taken advantage of? Honestly, Ben, I don't think that would work because you have to keep in mind when we've run the dime, which I think we'll see more of that this week, it's been LJ Ford. So I don't know if we're prepared or we're wanting to lean on LJ Ford as a 3-down linebacker. So, you know, when it's run plays, we're in the base defense, I'm cool with Williams and Bostic. It's just that, you know, you can never guess these things, but teams have actually planned around that. You saw Cam and them do it in Carolina when we played them. They catch us in the right defense. They run an audible, whatever, and they call the right play at the right time to get that matchup. That's just football. We've done it to teams as well. But I don't think, you know, traditionally you want to throw LJ Fort out there in the base and still expect him to perform the way we need him to perform in dime. I don't think he's that guy. Alan Woodall says turnovers has to stop if the Steelers want to win this game. Run the ball more, control the clock more. I absolutely agree with that. That seemed like that's been a very, very well-liked sentiment. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button. Get them likes up, man. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. There's more than 11 people in here, so I know we can get more likes than that. More AGWS says AB was a QB in high school. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so who's talking about Bell? The mob says we need Bell back. Let me ask y'all something. This is a real question. I'm being serious here. Le'Veon Bell absolutely is a matchup nightmare. So teams scheme around him more than they scheme around James Conner. Everybody knows that. Steelers offense through these last 8 games, maybe the whole season, has produced more without Le'Veon Bell. This is not a knock to Le'Veon Bell. What I'm saying is Bell is not the reason why we're losing. Let's stop saying that. Bell is gone, but let's be honest. What game have we lost because Le'Veon Bell wasn't there? What game have we actually lost because of lack of production from the running back? Now, do you want to say James Conner fumbled? He did. He also fumbled against Cleveland. But do y'all recall Le'Veon Bell coming in first few years? He was known for not fumbling, but let's be honest, the last 2 years, Bell has put the ball on the ground a few times, 4 times, I believe. And that was in his latter years. The last 2 years, Bell actually has fumbled also. And I'm still not blaming Bell. What I'm saying is, I don't think there's enough evidence this year for us to say that Bell is why we're losing. We clearly lost the Denver game because of turnovers. Okay? We also lost, or almost lost, the Jacksonville game because of turnovers. And I don't think that because James Conner didn't have a good rushing effort against the Jags, then that's a sign of, oh, we need Le'Veon Bell. Or because, okay, James Conner dropped the catch. Le'Veon Bell has dropped catch. What I'm saying is, you'll never find me being the guy to say, what's the name would have caught that? What's the name wouldn't have fumbled that? Dude would have definitely did. No. Every player, for the most part, has fumbled at times they didn't need to. Dropped a pass or two. AB has dropped passes. Juju. dropped a couple. I'm just saying, we can't never use that as a comparison. But as terms of the offense, we were, and probably still pretty high, but at one time we were #1 in red zone offense without Le'Veon Bell. Stop telling me that we're losing because of Bell. No way. If the numbers were drastically down, of course. But you're not going to tell me that that has affected us winning. Now, if you want to get into ball control and all that, okay. And I'll throw you games where James Conner has rushed for over 100 yards. I'll throw you games where James Conner has had way more yards, runs for 20-plus yards that Le'Veon never did. And again, I still would love Le'Veon on this team. I think we would be an unstoppable force with a Le'Veon and a James Conner, the same way I feel like our offense right now is unstoppable. But I'm just saying, the missing Le'Veon is not why the Steelers lost the game. And let's not forget that we're still 7-3-1. It ain't like we 4-6. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my opinion. You have yours. I'm just saying, I don't see where the evidence shows that we're losing because of Bell. I don't see it. Don't see it. Bell doesn't fumble like Conner. Well, again, go check the stats. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Bell has fumbled more than Conner. Now, in the amount of time, obviously Conner has fumbled more in his time starting than Bell. Bell played 4 or 5 years. But in all reality, Bell has also coughed the ball up at the wrong time. That's all I'm saying. Rolling Young says, well, Conner doesn't stay out of the AFC Championship game against the Patriots after the first 2 drives saying my leg is hurting. Oh, y'all, that's wrong. Kenyon says, AB being doubled has opened up and let Juju blossom and has let Ben spread the ball around. But Ben falls into comfort of fixating on getting AB the ball or forcing the ball to AB. That's the problem. Absolutely. That is absolutely the problem. Because James Conner, let's not forget, he's been good out of the backfield catching the ball as well. I'm just saying, as much as I wish Le'Veon Bell was still on our team, I don't see the dip. I haven't seen the drop-off. That's all I'm saying. The evidence isn't there in terms of numbers and production. It ain't there. So I don't think we can say that. The mob says, Ben wouldn't force it to AB if we had... Okay, all right. No need to even, yeah, I'm not even going to comment to that. Alan Woodall says, we need to calm down. The season isn't over. The Steelers will regroup and start winning again. I hope so. I hope so. Grayson Brown says, we are worse when the offense is one-dimensional. Facts. Artie Burns redemption, or is it over? I don't think Artie. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't know if Artie makes the team next year. That's just my opinion. It's not looking good for him when the dude is not getting even any rotation time. Black Hawk says late, but what up, Sim? What's going on, man? You ain't never late, brother. Let me see. What else? I'll stay here a few more minutes, guys. Then we're going to get up out here. Get up out of here. And, of course, we went longer than expected, but once again, my wife is not home. So, you know, I got a little leeway. Father-in-law Leonard says, Ben got so many weapons, stop forcing the ball to AB. I know, Leonard. You know, we be so mad watching the game. I just don't understand why. Why? You know, there's so many weapons on the field. Brent Fox says, y'all, let's not get on laminating the loss of Le'Veon Wave. He made business decision. We made a business decision. He's no longer with us. Hey, man, let me give you a round of applause. Should we re-sign Bud Dupree? We'll have to see. I mean, his fifth-year option is on the table, so the Steelers offered it to him. We'll see if they extend it, you know, keep it and not, you know, retract it or what have you and see what happens. But at this point, man, I think it's the same thing as to why Bud Dupree even got the fifth-year option. We're thin. We're thin right now. You know, just for depth purposes, you got to keep Bud Dupree. We'll see. Wow. The T-Gray one, man, he says it's 5:30 a.m. in Dubai. A round of applause to you watching all the way from Dubai. Mariota Papa says, sorry if I missed the sim, but did you talk about the play when Watt and SimFBall were arguing on the side? I didn't talk about that here, but I couldn't necessarily find the play in the all-22. I'm gonna have to watch the game again. And I did watch it once already, but I'm gonna have to watch the whole game again and look at the time stamp, and then I can find it on the all-22. But nah, I didn't discuss it here tonight. Dude, Leonard says I did not hear Bud name all game, and then the T-Gray says Dud. Yeah, man. Yeah, that Bud ain't do much, and Leonard, Bud is hurt right now. So man, listen, I'm scared of this game against the Chargers. Zach says Dupree has been held more than any pass rusher I've noticed ever. Feel sorry for him. Should have some more. Yeah, you know what? That is true. He should have some more sacks, and that is true. Bud Dupree has gotten held. We've even seen the games where they've caught and thrown the flag. Bud actually is making an impact, believe it or not. Now, the reason why, let's be fair, Leonard, and anybody else who feels this way, let's be fair. You're not going to hear a pass rusher's name if he doesn't make the sack. You know, Bud has been getting pressure. Didn't seem like he was doing that much in this past game, but we have to admit that Bud has made his presence felt a little more this year than we've seen in the last year or two. But we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see if we get to the playoffs. I got to say if, because you never know at this rate. But if we get to the playoffs, we'll see how he starts to play now that these games are really starting to matter. We'll see. Kenya says Zach Bud should have more moves and he wouldn't get held. Facts. Yeah, look. You ain't going to sell Kenyon on Bud Dupree. But that too, I mean, you got to have a counter or something, man. Bud is really just a speed rusher to the outside. That's really all he is. Clifton Milliner says we need to go ahead and sign Bud to a decent contract. Okay. Lee Sharp says, any word on Brian Allen or Cam Sutton getting a chance? Brian Allen, haven't heard a thing about him. Not good to see that Cam Sutton has not come in to play since earlier in the year. Remember, he was a part of the rotation. Cody Sensabaugh, Cam Sutton, Artie Burns. Cam Sutton won the job. Cam Sutton, not Cam Sutton, Cody Sensabaugh won the job. And as much as we get on him, I even got on him tonight, Cody has been more stable probably than either one of those guys. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't expect Brian Allen getting a chance. I don't think he's progressing enough. Leonard says, Bud and Burns, a one-way ticket out of here. Yeah, put him on the first thing smoking. But yeah, man. There you have it, guys. It's 8:34, man, so that we have reached a full hour. I didn't plan on doing that, but hey, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and end it for now. I don't have much more to say outside of, listen, man, I hope we get back to our winning ways. It would be great to get a win against a potent Chargers team. You know, we can feel proud about that. We got lucked up and got a heroic win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who at the time was 3-6. Okay, we just lost to the Broncos, who at the time, what were they, 4-6 or something like that? Okay, we did beat up the Atlanta Falcons, but the Falcons ain't doing nothing this year. You know what I mean? We did go to Baltimore and win, but even though Baltimore is starting to get themselves together a little bit, I still don't know what type of team they are. They're only 6-5. My point being, I need to see a signature game. The Atlanta game was kind of a signature game because of the offense that they're capable of having and producing, and we shut it down. I need to see another signature game. I will say the Carolina Panthers game surprised me, but it was on a short week. But we can't use that excuse because it was a short week for us too. Didn't expect us to do that to the Panthers, but I don't know what type of Panthers team, you know, what are they? I don't know. The teams that I feel are good right now, for sure, are the Chiefs with a subpar defense. The New Orleans Saints are phenomenal with an improving defense. The Los Angeles Rams are phenomenal. I think the Chargers are a great team. I think the Patriots look like a strong team once again. And I know that the game was close against the Jets, but man, listen, the Patriots got some weapons still. And I don't know, man. I need to see us play this Charger game for me to have any kind of feeling that we could do anything to New England. Because New England, let's face it, we haven't been great against New England. Last year, I still, in my mind, say we won that game because I think we outplayed them for the most part. They robbed us with the Jesse James touchdown. It is what it is. Ben forces it again to Eli Rogers. Gets it picked off in the end zone. We lost, okay? And then we stink up the place at home against the Jags, and we don't even get a chance to see them again. But I think we may have possibly caught up to New England in terms of being able to fight with them, but I still don't trust our defense. This game is going to tell us a lot about where we are. Because Phillip Rivers can sling the ball around the field. He definitely can. No mistake in that. This is going to tell us a lot about us being able to defend a very capable quarterback. We'll see. But it scares me. I don't know if we're going to pull this one out. We'll see, man. We'll see. But outside of that, guys, I appreciate everybody who came through tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button. We're almost at 30 likes. Let's get that thing pumped up, man, as high as possible. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. We appreciate you coming through. And hit the notification button so you know when the videos are coming your way. But outside of that, let me check a few more comments really quick. Is anything? Okay, y'all are kind of talking about the draft. All right, so that'll do it. Everybody have a good night. Let's get a here we go Steelers all in together now. We're gonna need as much power as we can use in the harness. And I'll see you guys Sunday night, man. Hopefully with a big smile on my face and not one of those moments where I'm like, I hope it ain't that. All right, man. Y'all take care. Have a good night. Love y'all, man. Love you guys to death. And we'll see you all Sunday night. Hopefully some of you guys will be willing to call in on Sunday. All right? Catch y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace.